And welcome back. Where we last left off, Boof, Mir, and Agent 186 were at the Oasis, relaxing, winding down from the hard day from their travel to Duskmere, where other individuals that had traveled with them went their own separate way, and Finless left at the now Darkwood Manor, cleaning up. Nalia still next to him. Traxius takes his leave and heads out hours prior to when Finless is finally done for the night of what he feels like is enough for the day. They finish up and make their way to the front door. And that's where we'll start. Okay, it seems like Finless doesn't want to say anything. Fair enough.
Oh, I didn't know that's where we're starting. I go again.
I can't
So
run
I'm
that
at my
back.
house.
You are not at your house at Chateau de Finless. You are currently at the Darkwood Manor, along with
Well, I've
Nalia.
moved into the manor.
Okay, so all right, you are currently um, at the front door, getting ready to lock up so no one can come inside. At this point,
I
okay. Nalia is there next to you. Are you having her stay the night with you, or is she going her own way?
uh, she's definitely outside the door before I lock it.
Okay, I just needed to verify that beforehand.
I ain't. I am not fighting him.
All right, well, I'll see you later. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely tomorrow. More work to be done.
Okay. If you need me, let me know.
Will do.
Nalia turns around and you see her Finless make her way not back towards Chateau de Finless, but instead over to the bar, where you see she steps inside and makes a sit down at the counter or at the bar. Um, and that's the last thing you see of her at that time. At this point, um, Finless, are you calling it a night for yourself?
Yeah, I think also I would have given my head. I think I would have given Gaines and Nalia, like, with taking over Darkwood Estate, like, I would have given them my house, my old house. They had a
Okay,
place to stay within the glade.
gotcha. Okay. Um, so at this point, both of them having keys, um, they've made their way back to what is now Chateau de Gainsborough. Um, and Nalia, after a long night of drinking, then stomach full, a little tipsy, makes her way back to her home alongside her brother. Um, Once she makes her way past the waterfall and getting to the home, the door she can see is ajar. It's not fully closed, and she makes her way up, begins to stagger a little bit, pushes the door open, and at this point, Boof, Agent 186, and Mir, in the middle of the night, you hear a loud scream, a terrifying scream of legitimate fear It strikes over your body, and it is so loud and so feral. You instantly wake up, all three of you.
Without even taking pause or to talk to anybody, Eshrun picks up his axe and continues walking towards the scream. Doesn't even stop to put his armor on, nothing. He just goes.
Boof, Mir.
Where did you hear that?
I thought I was dreaming. Yeah, I guess so.
Let's go. Follow
Fine.
186.
Mir follows behind.
So, Boof and Mir standing behind Eshrun at this point. You can see that Nalia is down on her knees at the front door, and the scream has now turned into sobbing. It's very faint because of the distance between the body of water that stays between the oasis and Chateau de Gainsborough at this point. But it now alerts you that something has tragically gone wrong.
Nalia.
Because of the distance between you guys at this time, she's not able to hear you.
I approach her.
I'm gonna do a
Okay.
perception check.
Go ahead. Let me take a look here.
13.
You can see that the door is open, and you can see that there's someone standing in a standing position from the front door, but you can't really make anything out past that because it is dimly lit inside, regardless of it being nighttime. And again, she is just laying there or sitting there, her knees on the ground, and her hands or her face in her hands.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna continue approaching her.
Okay. So you guys make your way up past the body of water and the same waterfall that she passed, of course, that you guys always do, making your way to this home. You get past it, and you can see that she is full on sobbing, and she can't control herself. She's not hallucinating, but hyperventilating. She can't catch her breath.
Keeping guard, Escher just stands there looking around until he knows more.
I kind of take a knee next to her and try to help her gather herself so that we can actually communicate.
As you do that, you look inside, and you can see what is Gainsborough, and not just him, but he has turned to stone.
Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah. Nalia, what happened?
I don't really know. I've been drinking, and then I came back. It was like this, and maybe if I didn't do that, maybe he would still be okay.
While she's explaining what's going on, Esherim goes and looks for like a blanket or like a carpet or something to cover up Gainsborough.
Do a perception check as you do that.
Sure.
Did some method acting there, dude. And I started crying like IRL.
19.
19. Okay. So when you step inside the house, you see that things are mostly untouched. The door to the bedroom to the right is fully open, um, and you see a dragonborn there, knelt down, right knee on the ground, left knee up, and you see he's just in the position of kneeling. Um, it catches you off guard, but they're not moving from that position, and so you grab the blanket that's over on the couch, and you bring it over to them.
I kind of hand signal to them that like one horns dragon that way, like quietly, like trying to signal to them. And after I cover Gainsborough, I take the axe in ready position and go towards the body.
Can I investigate the Gainsborough's stone body to like see
Yeah.
if if I can tell what magic there is or
Um,
any signs of what might have happened?
do an Arcana check.
Dirty 20.
You can tell that he has had a spell cast upon him. That it was nothing that was done outside of normal means, no potion, that it was just an actual spell with this, and that it can be undone.
Okay, I share that information.
I'm gonna roll a stealth check as I try to sneak up to the Dragonborn.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way inside to see who he sees, because he's not gonna know anybody.
Okay. Say one more time for me, Mir. What is it that you're doing?
I'm just following. I'm going to see who he sees.
Okay,
in
you're
the
following
room.
behind Eshrun.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Mir, you could notice from afar that it is Traxius.
Okay. And he's just dealing like.
As you make your way towards him, do a perception check before you fully walk into the room.
All right. 18.
Okay.
14.
18 and 14. Both of you can tell that something is wrong in this room.
Okay, I'm gonna like put my arm out to
can-
kind of stop him from walking in.
Right. So let me further explain on that though. You can see that there is the room has a weird aura or weird sense about it when you go to walk through. And you can tell that it's coming more from the bed than anywhere else in the room. And with that, you can see that some of the bed that was made, neatly, typically, has a area where it looks as if someone was sat there in front of Traxius as he was kneeling down.
Yeah, I would not go in there. I don't trust.
At this point, I stop pondering on how to fix this thing, and I follow them as well.
Okay.
I'm going in there, clearing the room. Something happens, get out of here. And he just he walks into the room.
Okay. As you go to walk into the room, you see that there's nothing that is going to hurt anything except for potentially the bed. And then as you make your way up to Traxius, you look down and you see that he's not moving, and you push him slightly with your hand. And again, he doesn't budge.
Hmm.
Mir and Boof, do you react to that? Eshrun, do you react to it as well?
I start circling him
I
to get in
I
front of him.
tap him. Sorry, what?
I like circle him to get in front of him.
Okay. I kind of like tap him a few times with my quarterstaff.
He does not
See.
react to the tapping with the quarterstaff. However, Eshrun, as you make your way in front, you're left with the sight of Traxius's mouth ajar open, and from that, his great sword that had been lunged into his mouth, down through the esophagus, into his spine, and down into the floor.
He looks up to the others and says, "Was this a friend of yours?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you to leave the room real quick." He goes, and then Eshrun goes over to the bed and takes a cover off of it to cover the body, and he goes to pull the sword out, puts it on the ground when they go to step out.
The sword, as it's pulled out, has not only the blood, but you would also see bits of green on the blade as well.
Mhm.
And obviously, as you laid it down on the ground next to him, his body goes limp, falls over, and is easily put back into the position that you would like him, as rigor mortis is not fully set in yet.
I just lay him down and cover him.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna use detect magic.
Okay.
Do I sense anything?
You detect that there is a black sludge substance that is in his or on the blade as well. And it's nothing you've seen before off the top of your head, but it is something that maybe you should speak about or feel that you may speak about.
I'll what I'm gonna do is first what I'm gonna actually do is take things of incense off my belt and light it, say a few prayers for him, and then I pick up the sword and take it to the others to explain the situation.
Okay.
So it appears somebody impaled your friend with his own sword.
What is happening in this house?
That's terrible.
I don't even have the faintest. The best I can say is maybe you guys know something about this that I don't. But do you see this smudge right here? This is not normal, and I've never seen anything before like it. Have you?
Both of you do a perception check for me, please.
Eh. Nope.
Okay.
Damn.
Mir, you can't really tell. However, Boof, you do recognize it as a bit of the sludge from the battle that took place inside the cave against Dryer.
I've only seen the sludge in a vision.
No,
Oh wait.
not a vision. No, it was the battle.
Oh,
It was the
tree
battle.
stuff. The
Yes.
tree sludge.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Oh
yes.
On that as well, you can also see the green. So if you guys would like to refresh my brain, what kind of check is that? Porkins or
Well, what?
Probably
I mean,
Arcana. Right?
it's either going to be Arcana if it is magically tied to magic.
uh-huh.
Anything else would probably be a history.
Yeah, do a history check for me.
Damn.
3.
Okay.
14.
14. Okay. Yes. So Mir, you would recognize this. The color of it is a faint green. And it instantly reminds you of serpent's venom, which also then takes you back to the thought process of dryer.
Oh,
Okay.
for future reference, that actually would have been a nature check. If it's
Okay,
actual like
gotcha.
animal venom, if it's related to an animal, it would be nature.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So this
So-
black sludge was the same that was all over that cave when that cursed tree and dryer stabbed Cynthia.
Did you say drider?
Dryer.
Dryer. What's a dryer? Never heard of this creature.
It was a guy, kind of.
Yeah, he used to be part of Cynthia's dynasty. What is it? Heartwood? No. I know this.
Rosewood.
Rosewood.
Can I roll another history to see if I recognize that?
Sure.
He also turns into a serpent.
9, probably not.
You don't really you know that about different dynasties in the Glade, but you don't know anything about them.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not very familiar, but I did say some prayers for your fallen friends here. Your one that was turned to stone may still be helped. But
yes, from
I
what I
would-
can tell, we can reverse it somehow.
But I wouldn't. I don't have that power. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I don't understand though. He was poisoned twice, then stabbed.
I think it was kind of done all at once. It was the blade. It looks like the blade was coated in the poison, and then maybe the black sludge was just happened to be also involved, from what I could tell of the body.
Quick refresh. Dryer at the end of that fight, he turned into a snake, right?
Yeah, he turned
and
into the snake.
he got away.
Incorrect.
Or did
no.
we-
The
We
tree
killed him.
remember the tree lashed
Oh yeah, the
out
tree like hung
and
him
then,
up and shit.
and then ate him,
Oh,
swallowed him,
right.
and then hung him.
That's right. So he's like part of the tree. Okay. Well, we know it can't be Dryer himself unless the tree has somehow reanimated him.
I don't know. We watched him get pretty much torn apart.
Was this a successful engagement?
He's no longer with us.
So we don't believe it could be him.
Probably not. But this type of corruption maybe be the same evil that corrupted him.
It's just very potent stuff.
Yeah.
Drove many of people mad around here.
So who else is here? So Nalia's still on the floor. And it's us three.
Nalia is currently on the front porch, crying her eyes out, sobbing with a blanket wrapped around her. Traxius is in the bedroom dead. Gainsborough currently is a piece of stone. You notice that Toothnail is missing. Kaldar is also missing. And again, you know that Finless is now living at his manor.
I think we should consult with Mather.
You do that. I'm going to stay here with the young woman and make sure she is okay.
Sounds good.
Mir, I would like to speak to you in private when our business is concluded here.
Understood.
And he walks out to Nyla.
Nalia is currently still crying, but then gets to her feet, no words upon her mouth. You see just sadness, and she walks next to Gainsborough and sits at his feet, and then lays up against his leg, just crying in silence.
Eshroon comes and gently puts his hand on her shoulder. Loss is a terrible thing, dear, and I'm very sorry for yours. We still may be able to help him, but I don't want to give you any false hope. If it will help, I'm willing to pray with you for your brother's safety.
Yeah, I don't really believe in gods. At least not anymore.
I
They're
understand that.
very real and annoying.
I fully understand that. But sometimes it can help. I'm just giving you the offer.
She shakes her head no, and just puts her head. She brings her knees up and puts her head up against her knees. Again, tears in her eyes, and she eventually drifts off to sleep. Because obviously she is still very tipsy as well. Against her brother's leg.
Right before she kind of like goes out, I say to her, I will not leave this place until you are ready. I'll be outside out front if you need me. And he goes and stands guard.
Okay. She has no idea about Traxius, by the way.
Well, good thing I covered him up then.
Yeah,
Perfect.
maybe
Yeah, she doesn't need that trauma right now.
Yeah, she doesn't need that shit right now.
Wait, so we also know that in the bedroom there was still some danger.
You
Or
know
did-
that
felt like
you
a
know that in the
lingering
bedroom
aura.
it was like, like something was
Something
there,
was cast.
and something was done inside the bedroom. It's not a danger anymore, but something happened that was on the bed that happened to Traxius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the bed is
Cool.
fine. If she went to sleep in there,
Okay.
it'd be fine, but she'd run into a dead body.
She probably wouldn't anyway, though. She'd stay with Gainsborough.
Yeah, she's definitely staying with Gaines.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, once I'm ready to go find Mather whenever is appropriate.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and load up and grab your things real quick. At this point, you don't have anything on you really outside of your staff, but as you make your way towards the inner part of the city, or the inner part of the glade, that is, you see that maybe it would be best to get Finless as well for further insight, as he kind of has a little bit better access to the glade than just going directly to Mather.
I was going to say that because he used to own this house. He might know something more about it.
True.
Let's go ask Fenless.
Oh, before they walk away from Eshrin, they do ask to bring him his armor.
You ask them to bring the armor?
Yeah, if
Okay.
they could have somebody bring me the armor. It doesn't have to be them specifically. It could be anybody.
Okay. Boof, Mirror, do you guys do that, or you request somebody else to do that eventually?
I'll
one of King Booth's followers.
Yeah, I was gonna ask one of my followers to do it.
Okay, gotcha. All right, perfect. Hey, that is good. All right, so
Totally
perfect.
within
So,
character.
a gnome male with a big burly beard, that looks as if he's very hippie-ish, comes running up to Eshroon with your armor. He's got it in both hands, and he's got stubby little legs, and he goes, "Are you the Eshroon?" Oh no, he goes, "Are you?" Sorry.
Who the fuck are you?
Are you?
Oh, how'd you get in?
Are you Agent 186?
What's that noise? Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna pause this for a second while we wait. Are you Agent 186?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, King Booth said to give you this.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Name's Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kyle.
Kai. And he looks at you. And he's waiting to be dismissed.
He makes him sit there and wait while he puts the armor on.
Kyle is kind of, just looking around a little bit. You can see inside as well behind you.
It's a little embarrassing. Can you get the strap, please? I can't really reach.
Yeah.
Thank
Bring
you.
it down.
He actually gets down on both knees so he can reach.
And so he walks over and then grabs the strap, puts one foot against your back, and then pulls it with his hands just to make sure that's nice and tight. Is that too tight?
No, it's perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, you're dismissed currently. Go report to Boof if he needs anything.
Okay. And you see, he's just like you hear the pitter patter of his feet just as he takes off, running in the direction of Boof. Boof and Mir, as you are making your way up to the Darkwood Dynasty, you hear the King Boof.
Yes, my son.
Yeah. Gave him his armor. He told me to tell you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Can you, next, can you go see if you can find Mather and tell him there's a urgent, he's needed urgently at Chateau de Gainsborough?
Okay.
Stupid noise, dude.
I
So
love
good.
it so much.
So good.
And he takes off.
Yeah.
Mir just looks at Booth real quick. Told you were a king.
Shut up.
So now you guys make your way up towards the Darkwood Dynasty, and you're met with the massive door that is there, that is made of was made with a very light sort of wood, is now met with a very rich, dark, gorgeous mahogany.
Not bad, not bad. Just bangs on the door.
Yeah. Knock, knock.
Like
the real annoying,
Oh.
like police knock.
like
The
3 solid
Yeah.
minutes. Nothing.
absolutely nothing.
Or just knocking harder and harder, fucking donkey kicking it.
So what looks like a knot hole in the wood flips open. Who is it?
Boof and Mir, we're here looking for Fenless.
Ah, the master's asleep for the night. The knot hole flips closed.
Bangs on the door again.
Nothing.
Hits it hard with my quarterstaff over and over again.
The knot hole flips back open. Clearly exasperated. What is your business?
We have urgent matters with Master Fenless. Please awake him. Tell him King Boof is here. Shit. Said it.
Mir just kind of nudges him. He doesn't even say nothing. He just kind of...
Have to use it, I guess.
The master of the house has been working for 18 hours straight on the house today. So, How urgent?
I cast Bestial Roar, which releases a loud, monstrous roar, mimicking those of ravenous beasts, causing shockwaves around you. Each creature within 10 feet of you must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone.
That door is very thick, so Mir, good luck. But he is completely he is fine from the door.
Oh no. I don't think the door is 10 feet thick. So I'm gonna make a strength roll. It's just gonna be a
Okay.
straight D20.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the
Go ahead.
fucking level of dudes.
Strength 15. 15 is the.
Oh, I'm flying.
He's a boss, dude.
Can that at least add to like an intimidation thing? Because I'm getting impatient, kind of.
I am flying.
You're only 10 feet, dude.
Hearing the sound of several violent beasts outside, you hear the fucking thing snap closed again, and then what sounds like a large chunk of wood sliding across the door.
Well, if that didn't work.
Mir starts to get up. Well, fuck it. Tell him his friends are dead and we can go.
So, do a perception check for me.
Trying to see if there's like a window or something for this room. We have to teenage boyfriend girlfriend this interaction.
So you can see that there are several windows elevated up, because this is a dynasty that is built around a tree. So the varying levels of floors is not normal to what most would have been used to. So what would be the third floor is actually like 5 floors up to you. You can see that there is one massive window that kind of wraps around towards the back as well, from the left to the right. From the left side to the right, and it's like it's what you would assume would be the master, essentially bedroom, or what would be Finless's room to you. And if not, it would definitely would be like maybe an office or something along those lines, like where he would have his main stay. Since you've not really been inside, you don't know the layout, but your best estimation for both of you is that probably should try there.
Okay, I have one more idea, and then we can leave. I walk over to below the window and I take out my sling, find a rock on the ground, and launch a stone at the window.
Okay, roll a d20 for me. Or you, it'd be your ranged attack, no? So do a ranged attack.
I have an actual hit. I could do the hit DC or whatever.
Okay.
But I did roll an 18.
Okay. You launch the slingshot, and as you launch this rock, it doesn't just hit the window. It smashes it, shatters the window, and then smacks onto the ceiling, hits the roof, and then lands down directly onto Finless on his bed, on his stomach, while he's asleep. He's now awake.
What's your AC?
14.
A ball bearing hits the ground next to you. And normally what you would see of Finless in my like leather armor and not cloth armor, green,
I can't wait to see this.
leaf tropes, etc. In the now shattered window frame, you see Finless, dark red skin, but in like I have the Ebenezer Scrooge like long stocking cap on the top with the long white nightgown, just standing there with light behind me.
Eyes squinted.
Yeah, it definitely have. I have the OSHA approved squints on, and I have another ball bearing in my hand, like hand cocked back.
Whoa,
The
whoa, 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 whoa. Wait.
What?
Fellas, it's an emergency.
I put my hands
Gainsborough.
above my eyes. Boof.
It's Boof.
What? What time is it?
I don't know, but
It's Christmas Day, sir.
Bah humbug. I stretch. We're paying for this. I'll be down in 5.
Okay.
And I disappear from the window.
Everyone look in Gen Chat. That's what he looks like.
Damn, he's getting ready to shoot a porno.
What are you talking? That's every night, my guy. It was a solo scene.
You cast
Anyway,
mirror
so-
image.
Yeah, oh boy.
So,
I think technically I could do disguise self and also become that.
So you guys take, and about 5 minutes pass. You make your way back at the front door. You hear the I can't do the voice or the sound right now because my throat's so messed up. You hear the sound of the big wood being pushed away from the door, and then you hear the door then begin to creak as it
36
comes open.
deadbolts.
And then it slowly opens. And Finless, go ahead and describe what your individual that's working the front door looks like.
It is a 3-foot tall halfling. It is
Claire.
jacked in the darkest, gnarly plate mail you've ever seen. With a crest you've never seen before on the chest plate. And just doesn't say a word. Just stands off to the side holding the door open.
Wow. Well, Fenless, I'm sorry about the window, but this young fella here would not help us.
He scoffs. And I just lean close and go, he's 78 years old.
Still a young buck.
Hey. So what's the trouble?
It's Gainsborough. He's
drunk again. Huh?
No,
It's worse than that.
he's been turned to stone.
On one of the dragons are dead.
Did you wake Mather?
I have.
Or was your first idea my fucking window?
No, we're multitasking here. I have one of my
Fantastic.
followers fetching him.
Fantastic.
But this all happened at your old chateau.
Oh boy.
I don't know if you'd like to come investigate more with us.
Yeah, is that
Grand
where
morning.
Mather is headed?
Hopefully.
Well, then shall we away? Jarrett, lock the door. I'll be back when I'm back.
So as you guys leave, you make your way towards.
Wait, before we leave,
Uh-huh.
Beer turns around and he casts light on the door. He's fully trying to blind the fucking dude behind the door.
By the way,
Is there a save on that?
It's a deck save. A deck 16.
Finless does not know Eshrun, right?
Yeah.
No.
he does
No.
well.
This is gonna be fucking interesting.
Sure is. What's your AC?
16
He's effectively
currently.
blind and dazed.
Dead. Beer just smirks and follows behind them.
Say
So-
mine's 16 currently.
Rude.
Are you guys making your way back to Chateau de Gainsborough, or are you making it towards Mather, like towards the Heartwood Dynasty?
I think Gainsborough, assuming that my helper, disciple dude or whatever, would come.
So
Let
as
us know.
you're getting ready to make your way towards Chateau de Gainsborough now, you hear, "Hey, let me go! I'm working. I'm doing stuff for the king. King Booth, please."
Oh, no.
And you see two individuals holding this gnome, literally up by his arms. His feet, you can see they're doing like the cartoon Acme run of like they're like, you know, where he's running so quick. He's trying his hardest to break free, but he can't. And two individuals are taking him what looks to be towards the jail cells.
Hey, wait, that's my follower, Kyle. So I go and try to stop him and talk to him. Yes, he's part of the Lightwood dynasty.
And he was trying to break down the doors over at the Heartwood.
I apologize for that. I meant for only him to go and deliver Mather an urgent message.
If we let him go, he's not going to do it again.
No, I will make sure of that.
They put him down, and then as they do, he just begins booking it back towards the oasis, though.
I'll deal with him later. Sorry about that. Well, is Mather at his dwelling?
That is where he resides right now.
Guys, should we go fetch him ourselves?
I guess so.
I'm kind of embarrassed about Kyle. I'm like, I'm sorry. He's actually not even like a full-fledged member of my dynasty yet. He's still being proven, so.
That's cold-blooded. I'm just going to say that right now. From an added character standpoint, that's cold-blooded.
I don't even want to be king. I just, just like brushing it off.
You should get yourself a Jarrett.
Yeah, he seems pretty solid.
You might need a new one.
So as you guys make your way there, they let you in because they know Boof, they know Finless, they know you both. They've seen Mir now with you guys a lot, so they open up the doors, let you in. You know that where his office is at, right next to it, would be his bedroom as well. So what it would be is walking down that main hallway, and then before making the right into the room, there would be the main room for his bedroom there. You see that the door is closed, and you just have to make your way in or knock, whatever it is that you guys decide to do.
I knock on the door.
To your surprise, there's nothing there. No sound, no nothing.
This is Mather's bedroom.
This is Mather's bedroom.
I call out, Mather, it's Boof. Are you there?
Again, no response. Now you know that you've been told that he resides here. At least for the night that he is here.
Maybe he's just a deep sleeper. Cast bestial roar.
Okay.
Are we in his bedroom?
No, you're outside.
At first I say, hey guys, back up 10 feet. And then
Yeah, you already know what's about to happen. Back up real quick.
I roar
Okay.
at the door to see if he wakes up.
So as you do this, the door actually flies wide open. Um, and the door flies wide open, and you can see that there is literally nothing in the room besides the fireplace. The fireplace is still going. It's more of a dimmer light. There hasn't been wood added to it for a while, but there is no Mather to be seen.
He must not be here. Maybe we should try to find any of his subjects and see if they know where he is. Thoughts?
I try to find like the doorman, like whoever, one of his guards in the house.
So, as you make your way back towards the front, there's an individual walking out of the what is like the equivalent of like a bathroom. Um, the individual's just tucking in his uniform as he's walking out. How can I help you?
Where is Mather?
Should be his room. Everything okay?
Try again.
So he follows you, Finless,
Mhm.
and then steps inside the room. He came back here like 2-3 hours ago, something like that. So he was gonna call it a night, and I think he said he had somebody that he had to see before the end of the night. Um, Man, what was his name? New guy. He's sitting there and he's drawing a blank on the name.
Oh, Ervin.
New guy.
Yeah, Ervin. He said he had to go see
Ooh.
him. He's in the guest room, second floor up. These actually the stairs back like just here to the left. If you go back a little bit further, take those stairs and you'll be right at the room. It's one of the guest rooms.
I'll follow you there.
Okay, sure. Um, as you kings want. He then leads you guys to the second set of stairs, takes you guys right up, and he looks and he points to the room. Once he's at the top of the stairs, it's this room right here is where he's been staying at.
I quickly mutter to Fenlis. Ervin was basically an undercover plant of Mathor's in the Emberfall region. He was spying on who we now know is an evil person named Ulrich.
I knock on the door. A single knock.
You don't hear anything inside. You don't hear any scurrying or anything. No response.
I kick the door.
As you kick the door opens. The guard jumps in front of you. Wait. I got this. I'll lead the way through. You're a king. You know. He takes a couple steps in and looks around the room, and then everything seems fine. As he continues to walk forward a little bit, the room I should start with has a narrow hallway at the beginning, almost like a hotel would be like, where it's the door that leads to the room, and then it opens up, where you would see like a small living room. It's all open floor planning, like a small living room, and you can see the bedroom and stuff like that as well. One bedroom apartment kind of deal. As he goes to step into the open face part of the room, you hear the and suddenly a bolt comes flying and hits this individual in the stomach and pins him against the wall. And you hear the And he reaches his hand out towards you guys to be like, don't step inside.
I walk past him and shove a berry in his mouth as I do.
So the berry goes into his mouth, swallows it quickly. At this point, he's focused on himself. He can't really pay attention. He's holding his hand on the giant arrow bolt that's in his stomach, pinning him against the wall. Finn, let's go ahead and do a perception check.
And do.
Mir, Boof, do you guys follow through or follow in as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
That
As
would
you
be
do,
an
go ahead
8.
and do perception checks for me.
I'm not very perceptive. I just got woken up.
Neither am I.
Hey,
I've been pissed off roaring.
So again, Finless, you just woke up. Boof, you're angry. Mir, you've been awake for a long time. It's been a rough day. You can't really see anything too crazy. However, you do notice that there are 2 ears poking up behind a couch, or what would be like a love seat or a bigger chair.
Is that
You
where
can
the
see
arrow
that.
came from?
No, that is not from where the arrow came from.
Okay. Is there any way that I can glean based on how the arrow hit him to know where like the trajectory that it came from?
So you could see from where he was pinned against the wall that it came up from his immediate left. This individual's more towards the corner.
All I want to do is return to sender the bolt with catapult. Like
That's-
out of his body, back at the guy who shot it.
That is not possible because it was a trap.
Unfortunate.
But again, you do see 2 white ears poking up from behind a chair.
Mather.
No response.
Mather, it's Boof.
How far away are the ears?
10 feet.
Then I fly there 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. As you're flying through the air, you can see that it's Mather as you get closer. But you see that Mather is currently in a very terrible situation at the moment. You can see that he has blood coming from his mouth. And you can see that there was where he was at originally with the chair, that there was some food nearby, and that he is currently holding his hand over a stab wound that is in his right upper part of his right chest. Do an insight check for me.
20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
All right. Now also do a investigation check for me. I'm doing both of these ahead of time.
8.
Okay. So what you can tell is that it appears that he's paralyzed, and that you instinctively, can't speak English, think that he's been poisoned because he's paralyzed.
Okay.
With this though, are you going to continue getting close to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he within your touch?
He's going to be because I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay. Perfect.
It ends.
Go ahead and read that to me one time, real quick.
You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay, perfect. So you go ahead and you do that. And now Mather is no longer poisoned, or excuse me, no longer paralyzed. But he's looking up at you, and then he mutters out, "There's 2 poisons, my boy." And he's now reaching out to your hand and holding your hand, and you can feel the quiver as Mather knows that he's on death's door.
2 poisons.
2 separate poisons, yes.
Cool.
Your initial
I
one
cast lesser
got
restoration again.
Perfect. Exactly. Okay, so with that, now both poisons are gone, and he just has the large wound in his, or well, not large, but the wound in his upper shoulder.
3
And
berries in his mouth.
instantly, the 3 berries into his mouth. That's great. He's feeling a lot better, but again, he still has that wound there. He looks at you. Have you seen Erevan?
No.
Ooh, my boy.
I walk over or run over.
He needs to die.
Erevan?
And he nods his head. So with the insight check that you did earlier, you can see that again, he was poisoned twice. One with food that he had shared with Erevan, and from your insight, you could tell that it was Midnight's tears that or midnight tears that he had ingested. And this is after midnight at this point, so you can put 2 and 2 together. And then also that there was, and Boof, you would recognize this as well. Mirror, once you get close enough, you would see it too. It is the same green poison on the blade that's laying on the ground next to him that has that serpent's venom.
Uh,
I want to try to bandage his shit at the same time that they're talking.
okay. Yes, we can. Well, first, Mather, are you together enough to heal yourself now that you're not paralyzed? You got any of those herbs?
He looks over and looks around. He's still kind of dazed, and he motions for both of you, Boof and Finless, to step over. Then he puts his hand out, waiting for Boof you to grab his other hand at this point, as Finless is already holding his left one. So he's looking for you to hold his right, even though he can't really extend it out too far. You'd have to come close to him to take his hand.
I do.
As you do that, he closes his eyes, and instinctually, when you see that he closes his eyes, you two do the same. With that, you can feel an aura come around you guys. As this happens, you see that the wound that is in his shoulder and chest area, that is slowly healing back to the point where it is completely healed at this point, like over the course of about 15 to 20 seconds. The blood is dried around his mouth. He begins to rub his hand after he lets go of you and wipes it away. And still, it leaves a little bit of a red stain in his fur. Do not touch any of the food in here. We need to check on Cynthia.
Oh no. Erevan again?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast a prestidigitation and clean the blood off him.
So now he looks like he is just came up straight out of a shower. Body completely clean. The blood now gone. Thank you, my boy. As he walks and you hear the staff hit the ground as he comes next to you and he pats you on the shoulder and then continues on his way. We must make
follow?
haste.
But we have another problem.
What is it?
Gainsborough got turned to stone.
A simple fix.
Oh,
Tra-
okay.
And we found Traxius dead as well.
Yes. Same poison as you
Yes.
got inflicted with.
Similar looking poison for sure.
We will
Yeah,
mourn when we can.
I think you're all under attack right now, to be honest.
I also agree, my boy. And Mather has not stopped moving during this entire conversation.
Yeah, we're following it.
Yeah, he's continuing.
Power
He's,
walking.
and then he gets over to the Rosewood Dynasty.
I'd like to unstick the guy from the wall before we leave.
Oh,
Okay.
I healed him, but I would like him not to be pinned to the wall
Okay.
so he can actually heal.
Okay. So at that point, he is good. That's my own fault for not recognizing that. Or retcon that a little bit. You take that away. Mather gives him an herb and then continues walking. So he's gonna be fine. Sorry. I'm also sniffling a lot because freaking allergies and everything else. So as you continue on now, you make your way towards the Rosewood Dynasty. Mather doesn't even stop to knock or anything. He moves his hand from the right, left, right, and then down, and the door opens up, both doors immediately. He continues to walk in. Individuals jump up to attention. They salute you three. Mather just doesn't even pay any attention to them and continues to walk on. He then makes his way to her room and opens it up. Doesn't even knock. And he sees that Cynthia is sound asleep. No harm has come to her or anything along those lines. Do any of you say anything?
I wake her up.
Okay.
Cynthia, wake up.
Cynthia is a light sleeper instantly. Is everything okay?
Mather was worried that you were in trouble. There's been attacks going on in the glade.
I thought we took care of everything.
Apparently, I may have mistakenly brought a double agent back into this town.
Who?
Aravan.
And she locks eyes with Mather. This doesn't make sense. He wouldn't do that. Mather looks at her. It's true. I'm sorry to give you such terrible news about your son this way.
Son.
Oh.
Everyone, roll a perception check.
Damn.
21.
15.
Okay. Finless, you can see over in the corner that there is the shape of a body along a curtain. Mirror, you can also see that as well. However, Finless, you see a little bit to the side, then next towards the fireplace, there is a dagger that is laying on the ground. That dagger has the
Ooh,
same.
can I insight check Cynthia?
You can.
Uh,
Anyone can insight check her if you would like.
18.
You can see that it is true. It is her son, and that she had no clue. This is all fresh news to her. And again, you can see that the body at the curtain next to the window, and then there's the dagger next to the fireplace.
I just fucking bypass all the people and just walk over there and see what fucking body is laying there.
Is it
So
like a body laying down or
it's
like
standing
someone
up.
standing behind
It's
the
standing behind the curtain.
alright.
Oh, then I
Yeah.
punch it in the gut behind the curtain.
Yeah, as he's like walking. Oh, they're fucking eating his ass.
Oh. And at this point, everyone roll initiation.
Word.
And roll damage for me, Finless, because I will allow the punch to happen. Like, you don't have to worry about it. It's just happens.
My unarmed strike damage is 0, so
All right.
I have a strength of 9.
All right. So you let him
Just hit
know.
him for vibe.
I was just hoping that he would double over and like give us a surprise round.
Yeah, it's like I see you, bitch.
All right. Okay. So now at this point, Boof, you are up, and Mir, you are on deck.
So do we see him now? Like he's
Yes. When you hit him, he came forward, or when Finless hit him, he came forward. Knocked the breath out of him. Didn't do any damage to him, but again, knocked the breath out of him. Knocked the curtain to the side. And now you can see that Aravan is standing there.
and how big is this room? Like, are we all really close?
We'll say like 20 feet or so. By 20 feet
Okay.
by 20 feet.
So
pretty
theoretically,
large.
I'm 20 feet away from this guy.
We'll say
Or-
you're about 15.
Okay. I move to Cynthia and cast Osseous Cage around us.
Can you read that real quick for me?
You cause a cage of cartilage and bones to erupt from the ground that surrounds a 10-foot radius area centered on you. The bones are thick and provide 3/4 cover to creatures inside and outside. The Osseous Cage has an AC of 12 and 100 hit points and vulnerability to bludgeoning damage. You and any others you designate can pass through the cage at will. So basically, I put this like protective bone and cartilage cage around us, and I designate that everyone but Aravan can pass through at will.
Okay.
But the cage because it's whatchamacallit, 3/4 cover, that's +5 AC to anyone in it and a +5 to dex saves. And then the cage itself has an AC of 12 and 100 hit points.
Okay.
So I cast that
Okay.
to protect Cynthia. And then I turn into a brown bear and end my turn.
All right. Mir, you're up with Finless on deck.
Oh, you already know. Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
1 second. First one, 17 to hit.
Okay. Let's see the damage. Because it does hit.
11, and then the second one, 23, that hit.
It does hit.
Does 15.
Okay. So Mir, standing from the doorway, or close to the doorway, you shoot your first Eldritch Blast, and it smacks into him in the left shoulder and pushes him back against the wall. And as he hits the wall, he then steps forward slightly, and you wind up a second Eldritch Blast, this time hitting him in the right shoulder, pressing him up against the wall again. There's now a slight indentation from where both hits had smacked into his chest. And at that point, you hear the, okay. Finless, you are up, and Aravan is up on deck.
No, he's not. You said he's not holding the dagger, correct?
The dagger is currently next to the fireplace at the moment.
Fantastic. And it has the venom on it, I would assume.
It does.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and catapult that into Aravan.
Okay. So you reach out your hand, making a grabbing motion for the the dagger. Comes towards you, and then as it gets towards you, you then lunge it forward, using the magic, and it just. Where are you aiming it for, by the way?
Center mass.
Center mass. Okay. As the dagger hits, it hits directly into his stomach, ripping directly through, smacking him into the wall, and
21 damage on the catapult.
21 damage on the catapult. He is now pinned up against the wall, much like the individual was before, and is staring at you now with a little bit of blood coming out of his mouth. The poison also ticks. 1 second. Okay. He then takes and is that your turn? I'm gonna ask first.
So he's like disabled, like he's pinned against the wall.
He is pinned against the wall currently. Not too terribly. He can, he can reach in if he wanted to. He can kind of grab it. It's not a crazy long dagger by any means. It is enough to go through him, but it's not big enough to call like a short sword either. But he is a very slender individual.
Then we'll just fucking does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit, yes. You're also gonna throw a ball bearing at him, aren't you?
You're goddamn right. I'm gonna throw a ball bearing at him. It's 5 damage from a fucking superheated
Okay.
ball bearing.
So as the dagger then slams into him, he then gets hit in the face with the ball bearing, and it hits him across the jaw. And you see his jaw slightly dislocates from it, and he reaches over to his mouth, and you hear that as he snaps it back into place, and he's looking down at the dagger, knowing that what has happened. Okay. Ervin looks over at his mother. Mom, you can stop this. She's looking confused. As you can tell that her instinct is to protect her child, but at the same time, the Glade is also her child. No. You did this. I don't know what you did. But you chose your fate. Mather stares at Cynthia. And he looks at you, Boof. Go cover her eyes, my boy. He then walks up, ever so slowly, to Aravan. You had such a bright future, my boy. We couldn't have you at the Glade because there was so much for you to learn. But learn you did not. Puts his hand on his cheek. Mather then reaches over, grabs the dagger, pulls it out. Ervin falls down to his knees before slumping over onto his butt, leaning against the wall. He then walks out of the room, now holding the dagger. I'll investigate this. We'll find out more information. Boof, bring her with me. And do what you need to with him.
I'll let Cynthia climb on my big bear back and follow.
Mir, you and Finless are now the only two left in this room with this individual that is literally on death's door. How would both of you like to do this?
Hmm. I guess I'm gonna look at Finless. When you are a king, do you want to do it?
By all means, I've already sent him to his end.
Fair enough. Mir puts up his hand and he's just gonna blast him again.
At what range are you going to be?
I'm just gonna do it from where I am. I'm not even gonna get closer to him.
Okay. Erevin looks over at you and then locks eyes with you, Finless. He
I
then
wave.
speaks a term in infernal to you.
Boy.
Mir, you do not get to hear this. I am going to DM it to you.
I don't speak it.
Yeah, I'm going to DM it to you of what he says. All right, Finless, did you get that?
Let me see.
This last attack is a crit, by the way.
Then I will answer back in also infernal.
Okay. I'll wait for your response to see that. And then after I see that, then
Yeah, Mir's pretty much just waiting, like, to see what he says back to him, and then he's just gonna shoot fire.
that is such a sick response.
Thanks, Doug.
As this happens, then Finless gives you the nod, meaning get this fool out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And you shoot the Eldritch Blast, and it goes directly through his chest. Now, where the dagger had originally been, it rips through that same hole and it explodes up through the chest. As you see the life now go out of Ervin's eyes, his body slumps over, and he's laying next to the fireplace.
Unfortunate.
Finless, is there anything you'd like to say? Finless. Okay. So, with this, now, Finless and Mir, you're going to make your way out and slowly catch up to. You're going to catch up to Mather, Cynthia, and Boof. Cynthia now, tears in her eyes. She's been caught up in the short time Mather has kind of brought her up to speed a little bit, unsure of what's happened or exactly why. Mather then hands off the short sword, or the dagger that is, to an individual. He woke him up and then left him for observation on the short sword to figure out, or dagger, I don't know why I keep saying that, to figure out exactly what's wrong with it, like, or what happened with it, what else it's potentially been laced with, and kind of review its history, maybe see where it's from, like where it may have potentially been crafted as well. And now at this point, you all are gathered together, making your way back towards Chateau de Gainsborough. As you make your way up, you pass by the waterfall, and then you see that Eshrun, or Agent 186, is still standing out on the porch, keeping watch of the house.
We have returned.
So you've brought some help.
Roar.
She's sleeping peacefully. Best to not bother her if you needn't.
Understood. Did you dispose of the body?
I didn't want to wake her, so best if you're gonna do anything with the body in the other room of your friend, I would try to get her out then. She doesn't need to see that.
Mia kind of just looks back to the kings and queens behind him, like, I mean, this is.
So we walk in and there's somebody I don't know in this house?
No, he's at the front door.
No, I'm at the
standing
front
guard.
door. Yeah, I'm standing guard.
Then before we even walk up, I'm throwing a ball bearing. And wait, did anybody tell me that there was a person here that I didn't know?
No.
Ball bearing.
Roar.
Perfect.
that's just how that goes down.
All right, let's see the damage. Or if it
23.
hits. Yeah, well, I would say that hits. Does that hit?
Oh yeah.
6 damage.
And so, as they're walking up, Eshrun, you can see out of the corner of your eye that they're walking up. And as you go to turn your head, you get ball bearing upside your face, knocks you back a little bit.
Fuck?
I lay on hands myself immediately, the 6 hit points, and I look at him. You only get 1.
I
throw another ball bearing.
wait.
What?
I stand up with my big bear body and get in between them and roar. Just to pause it. And then I turn into Boof.
He's with us.
It's like, yeah, whoa.
So he had the ball bearing in his hand,
Yeah,
waiting.
oh,
He was
it,
getting ready to-
it is a half cocked, buddy. It's all the way back. But I stop.
Yes, Fenless, sorry. This is Agent 186. He's an ally.
Sorry about your face.
Like I said, you get one.
I'll have as many as I want, but thank you for that.
Anywho,
Staring daggers at him right now, by the way.
I like it.
Grip tight on that axe. He is waiting to use it.
Mather walks past you both. It's not a penis measuring contest, my boys. Walks right in.
It wouldn't be much of a contest.
As you say that, Eshrun, Mather stops in his tracks, smacks the ground once with his staff.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Was it
Okay.
his staff that actually hit the ground?
His staff hit the ground. 1 second.
he's
Okay.
rolling.
18 definitely hits. All right. All right. Eshrun, you're gonna be launched into the air and into the pond, the body of water.
Okay.
You land. You don't take any damage or anything because you land in the water, but you've been launched like 25
How
feet.
deep is this water?
It depends. The deeper you get, the deeper it's gonna go. You're kind of close to the bank. It didn't do enough damage. It's about maybe 6-7 feet.
I was say because he doesn't know how to swim.
Okay, that's it could be fine.
He's
He
also-
drowning.
He's also in heavy armor.
Oh, okay. Well,
Maybe he just lands in the shallow part.
no,
He
I
can
did. I said
stand.
what I said.
6 to 7 feet up.
Eshrun, what are you doing?
I'm gonna roll a Constitution check as
Go
I
ahead.
hold my breath and literally just walk on the bottom of the fucking thing.
Yeah, well, how
Okay.
tall is
Up
he?
to the. He
He's a tiefling.
is.
And
Yeah, I'm-
so he should be like
I'm
probably
like
like
6'5".
Oh, you
so he should be
good.
fine.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Couple hops
Yeah,
towards
yeah,
the bank.
all you gotta do is take like one step. You'll be all right.
Yeah, you'll be good.
Sorry, 5'11", but still.
All right. Well, I mean, go ahead. Do the Constitution save. Let's see.
16.
16.
To hold
Okay.
my breath and walk.
All right. So yeah, you just walk back with a little bit of shame, as if like now you know you shouldn't have said that.
Also check pics and memes in the Discord.
And you realize maybe you shouldn't mess with this bunny as well.
You put glasses on.
That's so good. I love it so much.
Mather gives a minimum of fucks.
As this is happening now, he then walks over to Gainsborough and takes a look and continues to look him up and down. Okay, everyone leave the room.
Okay.
Leave.
I never went in.
Yeah, that. I'm just like at the door, like, okay.
Okay, so now everybody's outside. Door closes. You hear loud smacking. Just constant smacks.
The fuck?
Yeah, like it's weird, but you just keep hearing smackings. And you can hear that it's happening against the stone.
Can I like peek at the
So-
window?
That's not how you
Edshroom
do that,
Yeah,
Mather.
Edshroom leans over to Finless, even though he's a. I don't think I want that elixir.
As you guys look through the window,
Happening in there.
as you look
Yeah,
through
I'm
the
trying
window,
to peek in the window. Like,
you see Mather smacking up against Gainsborough's like stone body, like this. You can look in Gen Chat.
That's not it.
is this how you I don't know what I'm saying.
Normally, I'd argue and say that's not how you're supposed to do it, but my wet clothes say otherwise.
Yeah, trust the process, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, Greater Restoration is a touch spell, so
Oh, just wait. So as this is continuing to happen, the room is starting to fill up with soot, essentially. And it's fully starting to gray to the point where it's taking over the windows and you can no longer see. And
would
but
you
you can
say
still
that the
still
dust
hear
is from the window to the wall?
it is. And you can and you can hear the smacking still. It continues. And then hear it stop. And then the dust begins to settle. And then you can see that Gainsborough is now standing there again through the window. And as you open up the door, all of the dust and soot that is from the stone now blasts out of the door, smacking Eshrun in the face. After
Damn.
being covered in water, he's now been hit with this.
Okay, well, you know what? Fine. Whatever. I guess I fucking deserve that.
I cast prestidigitation to clean them off.
Oh,
The room is
Thank
now
you.
clear, and Gainsborough falls down to his knees. Mather then looks at Gaines, and you can see that he's still slightly out of it. He grabs him by the bottom lip, and then, as he did before, takes a finger and shoves a herb down into his mouth. Closes his mouth, and smacks him on the shoulder twice. Swallow that, my boy.
You could have just handed it to me. And
He's
Gaines wipes his
back.
mouth. Thanks nonetheless. What the fuck happened?
You tell us.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you.
I'm trying to find my notes.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to DM you just in case to help you a little bit. Which player are you? Player 3. My goodness.
3? I can't remember.
Last we remember, you said you were
Finless
going
is-
home, and then we found you as a statue.
Finless is rubbing his forehead. Give you the house for one day.
Oh,
The door has a lock.
I think by the looks of it, it has about 30.
No. This house has one.
Last thing I remember was I was talking to Lazora. It's the last thing I can remember.
As soon as he says Lazora, I glance around the room because I don't remember not having Lazora in the party.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I said as soon as he says that the last thing he remembers was talking to Lazora, I scan the fucking room because I realize Lazora isn't with us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lazora has not been with you guys for... It was the session that you missed, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Benless has been at Darkwood Estate.
Yeah.
Where is she?
The fuck is she?
I don't
I
know.
haven't seen her for some time.
I don't know who this person is.
Oh yeah, by the way, Gaines, this is Agent 186. I call him 186.
Also,
Yeah,
what's
we've
that?
met.
So
Oh,
as
shit.
you guys are doing this, and you guys are taking up obviously the room and asking him questions, Nalia comes rushing at Gaines and then wraps her arms around him and jumps up and wraps her legs around him. Super, bear hug. Brother sister bear hug. I was so worried that you were dead. Don't do that to me again.
I wouldn't do it on purpose. I promise you that.
Yeah. She falls down, goes towards the kitchen area to make a thing of tea for everyone.
So nobody's seen Lazora.
No, didn't even know she was here.
What about Traxxas?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, where is he?
Sorry to say, he was killed. And
What?
I believe his body is still in this house.
yeah. He's
What?
kind of in the bedroom, dead.
We found him stabbed with his own sword. We believe it was Erevan.
Erevan. The one we saved?
Oh yeah, about that.
Yeah, he tried to kill Mather. He tried to kill Sylvia.
How long have
Or
I been
Cynthia.
out?
James, my friend, you didn't save him very well.
I don't know. Pretty much, we came here to see how you were doing after we heard your sister scream, and you were a statue.
Yeah, it seems
That
like
was
he didn't
today?
waste. Yeah, he didn't waste any time. Attacked
Nalia
in the night.
spent the better part of the day helping me. And
The
then
last thing I remember seeing was Traxius kneeling towards the bed and Lazora. And if Lazora's in the wind and Traxius is dead, we have to find Lazora.
Oh yeah, we found him kneeling like that. So it seems like Lazora might have something to do with this.
Maybe she's been corrupted too.
I thought he was working for Mather.
That's what we thought.
That's what
And
Mather
then
even thought.
yeah, that he tried to kill him.
Do we know where he is now?
Oh, I took care of that.
Okay.
As you
There's
see-
still something that's not adding up.
Mather is currently walking over to Traxius's body, and he pulls the sheet away in the other room and takes a look over the body, then walks over to the door, closes it. Nalia now coming over, forcibly handing tea to everyone, and then goes back and sits down on the couch. Mather now in the room by himself. You guys can continue. Sorry, I just want to let you know what's happening.
Can I look over at Traxius's body to see if there's anything out of place?
At this point, the door's closed, so you wouldn't be able to see that. But the last thing you do remember was that
yes,
before you turned to stone, you seen that he was in the kneeling position towards the bed.
Mhm.
And you know that was the case, that he was in the kneeling position even when you got back.
So something's not adding up here.
Can I go in his room?
You could, but the door is currently closed because Mather is in the room with Traxius's body at the moment.
I rolled a 21 sleight of hand to make it look like I drank the tea, but throw it over my shoulder.
Yeah, Beard's just gonna sit the tea down. Like when everyone getting poisoned and shit, he's not drinking nothing.
I rolled a fat crit on sleight of hand.
Very nice.
Gaines drinks the tea.
I'm drinking the tea.
Good luck, y'all.
I mean, everybody's
there's just-
fine. It's
There's
brand new
just-
tea that was
just,
made.
Just
so
side eyeing him like, you all right over there?
you can see
I don't know if-
everybody's fine from the tea.
Mather said, "Don't eat anything in this room," which means I'm not touching any food in the glade. So
That's how I.
that's no, not today. Nice try.
All right. Gainsborough,
I
what
got
were you?
berries.
What else were you trying to do?
Well, then can I search the room that I'm in?
Yeah. If you want to do a perception check for me first.
21.
Okay. Nothing seems like it was out of place or anything crazy like that. You see that the room was exactly the way that you had it, minus the fact that you were turned into stone. But you do remember again that when you came in, you seen Lazora standing there, and then the conversation between you two that she wanted to talk to everyone. Then at that point, her eyes and mouth started to turn to black sludge.
Yep. Which I'm probably just going to keep that little detail to myself for now.
Yeah. And again, as you were turning to stone, you were able to see again that Traxius was knelt down in the bedroom already.
We got to find Lazora.
That dragonborn fellow. What was his name?
Traxius.
Traxius. He was a very large fellow.
True.
Most
I
Dragonborn are.
don't think that this traitor could have overpowered him to do what was done to him. There's something else we're missing here.
Yeah, why was he kneeling?
He was kneeling because he was impaled through his mouth all the way through his spine with his own sword.
Oh.
So to do that means somebody with incredible strength was able to overwhelm this man. Or possibly had been already dead. There's just some things that aren't adding up here. I've seen this kind of thing before, but not enough of an MO really to nail down a quote unquote suspect at this point.
So you guys heard incredible strength.
Yeah, where's the other dragon?
What other dragon?
Eldor.
Eldar?
Yeah.
Eldor. I don't think I met this one either.
Do a history check, Asherin.
8?
Okay. No.
Like, no offense to you all, but he's the only one that could be big enough to restrain the other dragon.
So, as you guys are saying this, the door then opens up, and Mather talks to Cynthia. Cynthia, I understand that you're going through a great struggle right now. However, there are pressing topics at hand. I need you to, well, come with me. And she wipes her eyes a little bit, cleans up her face, walks into the bedroom, and behind you hear, for anyone else that would like to know what happened to your friend, it may be best to step inside with here, or step inside with us. If not, if you would not like to know, then if it could be too much for you, maybe best to step to the side.
Gaines walks in before he even finishes his
Yeah, Mir just starts walking
Yeah,
in.
walk in.
Also walk in.
Same.
At this point, Nalia does not. She begins distracting herself with cooking. And
If I see that she's not coming, I'll actually stay with her.
Okay. So Eshrun, you stay back, and stay next to Nalia, just making sure that she's okay while she cooks, and
Gaines makes a mental note of that.
um, at this point, um, everyone can see that Cynthia is now kneeling down next to Traxius's body. And she then takes her hands, her right and left, places it on the sides of his face, and then begins to cup it in her hands. She begins to speak a little bit, but it sounds like mumbles to you guys. Sorry, one second. I need to pop my ears. As this is
I
happening,
hate that feeling.
oh yeah. As this is happening, she then begins to have uh, a glowing aura to her of like light purple into a teal and back, and it begins to glow between those two colors. As it does, Mather says, "Reach and touch the body, and ease your mind."
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Same.
Okay, Finless.
Yeah.
Okay. As this is happening, you are now brought back to Traxius's final moments. You can see that he's sitting alone next to the window that he typically sits at, outlooking the pond, the water area, and then Lazora knocks on the door. Traxius goes and answers. Lazora comes in, gives him a big hug, says she needs to talk to him. At this time, Kaldar is also in the room. He's a little bit further back. He's eating some chicken at the table. Um, she asks Traxius if she can talk to him over to the side, and he says yes, sure. Follows her to the bedroom. Um, she then asks how loyal he has been to the kingdom, and how he takes his vows and if he takes them very serious. And he says yes. At this point, Kaldar walks behind. He's now put the chickens down. He again walks to the door, and Lazora locks eyes with him. At this point, Kaldar then walks towards Lazora and stands next to her as Traxius is now down on one knee. Lazora is sitting on the bed, and she begins to stare at Traxius. She asks him, "Are you loyal to the kingdom, or are you loyal to me?" As he looks up, her eyes, now dark, has almost like a sludge type tear coming down her face. And Traxius says, "I am loyal to the kingdom." She then asks him to bring out his sword, which he does. He places it down on the ground in front of him and kneels his head up against the sword. At this point, she goes into detail about her brother. He he's always had the hunger for power. And he loves control. And that includes me. Her eyes begin to become more blackened, and she takes and puts her hand onto Kaldar's wrist. As she does, look at me. Traxius looks up, and in one swift motion, he goes to open his mouth, and Kaldar reaches over and grabs the sword, brings it back, and then shoves it into his face, going through his body. Leaving him lifeless. Kaldar never speaks a word. He then looks at Traxius, walks back into the kitchen, and is sitting there eating chicken. That is the last thing that you see.
That chicken sucking bastard.
Should have left him in prison.
Well, that answers a lot of questions.
But why?
Whatever this black sludge is that we keep seeing, it's somehow just corrupting people. There must be some like greater purpose. Whoever's corrupting people with this black sludge.
Is she working with her brother? Or is she working, or is she being manipulated?
Sounded like she was a slave almost.
Well, there are definitely more questions than answers. But it has been an incredibly long night. I believe it's best we get rest.
It's gonna be hard to rest when everyone's getting attacked in their sleep.
Maybe it's best that we all stay at the Darkwood Dynasty.
That could be arranged.
Before we do that, Mather, I have a question.
What is it, my boy?
The night that we met Lazora, I found this cloak, and I've been meaning to get it checked for magical properties. Where could I do that at?
I can arrange that in the morning.
Fair enough.
Is everyone ready to go?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been standing around all day.
Right. At this point, everybody begins to get together, grab a few supplies, grab their things, make their way towards the Darkwood Dynasty. At this point, things are essentially locked down. I would believe. I'm just going to double check with Finless. Is that the case?
What?
The area, the Darkwood Dynasty would be locked down at that point for the night.
Oh yeah. When I walk up to the door,
All 37 bolts.
I tell
Also-
everybody to stand back, and I knock a knock that they can't hear.
Also, Esrun the whole time is following a cup like 5 feet behind everybody else, just looking around, ready.
And then Jared unlocks the 36 locks and moves the board.
Okay. Now everyone, you have a nice long rest. Make sure that you note that down. It is now the morning. Sun is partially up in the sky. It's a little bit before noon, as everyone has gotten a lot of rest, made their way around, getting breakfast, making sure that their food is safe to eat. Mather is standing to the side, next to the front door, waiting for it to be unlocked, and seems to be lost in his thoughts. Is anybody going to come up to Mather?
I come up to him. Try to see what he's pondering about. Pick his brain a bit.
How does it feel to be a king?
Told you.
I still don't. Yeah, I'm still getting used to it, but it does come with some benefits.
To be fair, you'll never get used to it, my boy.
Hmm. I was afraid of that.
How are you finding
Um,
things?
Just it's been a little difficult with everything going on to fully set up everything, but we have some good prospects. Some followers have expressed interest in becoming part of the dynasty permanently. So
Right.
yeah, we have some people still proving their worth, but yeah, this has been taking most of my attention.
Would you like a
Speaking of
word of
which,
advice?
oh, sure.
It isn't always this difficult. So, in the moments where things are much more calm, stabilized, you prepare for the moments like this.
I'll
There's always
remember
something
that.
to do. What was it that you were going to ask me, my boy?
um, yeah, have you had a chance to investigate anything like investigate the dagger? Any more thoughts on Lazora and Erevan and everything?
I'll find more out about that once we get back to my manor. Since we're still here, I have not had the opportunity to check the sword. But I do believe that Lazora, when I seen her, that she had good in her. I believe that she was an individual that was manipulated by her brother. We'll see if that continues to be the case.
Hmm.
Mir, may I speak with you in private?
Sure.
Esrun pulls him into his room.
do
I
you
know
need?
what you are.
What do you mean by that?
I know you are the child of a god.
Yes, that's what some say.
I felt it when we first met. Now, I have given up a lot in my faith of the god that I worshipped. He's a liar, a manipulator, and nothing for this world. And I lost my purpose. Meeting you is no mere coincidence. So I'm here now to take an oath to you. And Escher kneels down to one knee. I will protect you with my life. And your parent give me strength to protect you. As he makes a sacred religious oath to protect Mir.
Wow.
As
Mir
that,
kind of like
go
puts
ahead.
his hand on his shoulder and he kind of just like looks up and he's kind of just shaking his head like, how did I get here?
As that happens, Mir, you hear your actions have consequences.
Fuck, not her again.
And they affect not only you,
I hear you.
there is always a choice. And then the voice disappears.
I am now your weapon for whatever purpose you need me for. Merely speak the words.
Understood.
And he
Oh,
stands up, bows slightly, and walks out of the room.
and before you leave,
He stops.
what is your real name?
Eshrun.
Da, da, da.
Do a history check for me, Mir.
All right. Nine.
So, as you hear his name, you hear or you remember a name being said to you before of Eshru. And you think to yourself, nah, but maybe. But nah,
Nah.
but maybe.
That's wrong.
This is you right now in Gin Chat.
Like,
I think I just sent it to you too. Hold on.
brother? No.
So, I mean, it's up to you if you inquire right now. You can always inquire later. You can always
Yeah,
leave
he's
it be.
gonna just ponder on it and keep it to himself.
Yeah, he really is that meme then. Nah.
Yeah, like, nah, it could have been a different name. This is a lot to take in right now. I just got a follower. Like he needs a second.
Okay. So at this point, a lot more people are mingling around and everything. Finless, where are you at?
3 posts up in general chat.
3 posts up in general chat.
You're in bed.
He's still asleep.
we went back to the house, bro. It's sleepy time.
I mean, he was awake for like 18 hours cleaning the house. I get it.
Fucking crackhead hours, like.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this or not. I worked 18 hours. A shattered window later, I had to catapult a dagger into a man and watch Gaines get unturned into stone. I'm gonna take a nap, all right? It's nap time.
So, as this is going on, Mather looks at Jared. Can you open the door, my boy?
Wait, is he inside or out? Wants to get outside?
Yeah, he wants to go outside.
Oh, then Jared fucking undoes all the locks, lets him out.
Okay. Mather then goes on his way. Does anybody else follow with Mather?
Gaines follows Mather.
Who follows?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not that.
All right. So
Mir
everybody
kinda
but
looks back
Finless.
to Escher and like does like a head nod, like come on.
Hey,
So
Mather,
what is it, my boy?
about the cloak?
Right. Follow me. He continues on, leading you back to the Heartwood Dynasty. He goes down the normal path, typically that leads to the hallway, but instead of going to the right to go towards his room or to go into his room or his office, instead you make a left and there's going to be an additional hallway. It's relatively short, but then at the end and to the left again, there's going to be a little office area, mostly, made of stone and oak. It looks, very well kept. No dust, anything along those lines. Everything is pristine condition, well taken care of. And there is an individual that is standing there looking at Mather, and you can see that their mouth is not there. They do not have a mouth. All you see is a nose and the eyes, and it is a shorter, almost like a dwarven Haragon, as if it's a Haragon but hasn't fully, like maybe it had a condition that was wrong with it to cause it to not fully grow to its max size. It is tan with speckles of brown in the fur as well. Mather walks up and hands the cloak now that he had taken from Gainsborough and hands it to the smaller Haragon. Haragon nods at Mather and doesn't walk like Mather does, but instead hops everywhere, almost like a kangaroo. Then hops up on a chair and now is looking over. Hand is placed upon the cloak at this point, and you can see the eyes close. The ears begin to twitch a little bit. And then it grabs the cloak with the right hand, hops down quickly, hops back over to Mather and hands it. And you can see where the mouth would be. The cheeks kind of light up as if a smile, but you can't see teeth, obviously, because there's no mouth. Just the jaws move. The eyes kind of, crunch up a little bit with the smile as well, as if it was smiling from ear to ear. Hops back over and continues looking at the dagger from last night. Mather then walks over to Gaines. Come here, my boy.
Gaines
Turn
walks
around.
over.
Turn around for me.
He turns.
He puts the cloak around you and then wraps it fully around your body. And now, Gainsborough, you are fully invisible. It is a cloak of invisibility.
Oh shit!
What?
He has had this since session 1,
I
mind
literally
you.
have had this bitch for a minute.
And he's finally now found out what it is. It has taken this long.
Are you gonna add it to my inventory, Greg?
You'll have to do it yourself, bro.
Oh, okay.
I can give you the link if you need it or whatever.
I might be able to just search it.
You should be able to, I think.
Cloak of Invisibility. Yep, there it is. Shit. Yep. Well, this is fucking amazing. Math, appreciate you.
You can do that with the shadows.
And now, the small Haragon jumps over and then hands the dagger to, goes to hand it to Mather, but pushes Mather aside real quick, and then does a little playful stabbing forward, and then moving his hand left to right, excuse me, her moving her hand left to right, as if she's showing like, oh, stabby, like fencing the air, and just being adorable, and then hands the dagger over to Mather at that point. And now Mather again understands. Right. Well, this is interesting. The dagger was made in Imberfall.
Hmm.
Sorry, 1 second. Trying to write this down. Okay. I'm going to pause this for just a second while I find out exactly. I got to go through all my documents real quick to find out the name. Oh, man. So Mather then says, what's intriguing about this is that the dagger was made by blacksmith Bedran. I do believe that is the same one that Kaldar went to jail for, no?
Hmm.
I'm not going to make you roll it because you do remember that. It is the same one, the same blacksmith that Kaldar supposedly killed.
Hmm. His mentor?
I do believe that is correct. Either way, this is intriguing. I need to go to my office. The small Haragon walks up to Mather and mimics the walk of Mather in a playful way. And then Mather begins to hop like her, mimicking her, being playful back. And then beforehand, she then reaches up and hugs him And he goes, I love you too, daughter. And then walks out of the room and heads towards his office. Leaving you to question, is that really his daughter? Or is it because he calls everyone his son and daughter? As Mather makes his way into the room of his office, he goes and sits down in his chair. Large book that you have seen before, now open from side to side. I already know what you're going to do, Mir. He's then flipping the pages. The stops on a specific page, begins reading.
Okay, go behind him and see what it's reading.
Snoopy mirror.
This time, for what he is reading, Mir, let me send you this real quick. Which player are you? You're currently 6. All right. So, Mir, as you're reading it and you say your audible ooh, Mather looks over and locks eyes with you and grins.
Very interesting, Matthew. Very interesting.
What information do you have about the crypts?
Oh yeah, there was like this horny guy at the Citadel, and he was saying what's that shit called again? The visage. Hold on.
Oh yeah, the visage.
I do
Yeah,
know of Ulrich. He is a
yeah, he
terrific
was.
lay.
Oh, he didn't mention you.
He wasn't lying.
But he said the visage was in this crypt, but then we found out that wasn't true, and that it's something different.
What is it that you were told, my boy? Where's the visage?
The visage is around who's neck? Somebody's neck. Somebody help me. Y'all were there
It's
too.
I believe he said it was in the catacombs many levels beneath the cemetery in Emberfall.
Yeah.
And the visage of Twilight is around the former king's neck, and also a ring that Ulrich gave him.
Something like that. And he said the only way to get out of the crypt was with his help. So we feel like he was probably going to try to take whatever we found and kill us.
Right. Finless,
Is at home in bed.
Oof.
So unless Mather's talking to me telepathically.
Hold on. Poof.
Yes?
You must go get Finless at once.
Okay.
If he doesn't break another window, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yep. I go back. I just walk. Unless I have a follower around that I can send.
Imagine Kyle.
Yeah, is Kyle here? Kyle.
Nope.
No, I don't think I would have followed.
Kyle
Yeah.
is at the
We hear
Oasis
them.
waiting to be punished.
I mean, if he heard how you was talking about him, I don't think he's showing up. That boy's gonna be
He knows.
Darkwood by the end of the day.
He knows what he needs to do. Yeah, okay, so I walk back to Darkwood to get Fenless.
Okay. Does anybody else go with him?
Gaines would probably go with him.
Okay.
No, I'm just reading Mather's book.
Boof, now that you're there at the Darkwood Manor, what do you do?
Am I outside the door or did I get let in?
You're outside the door. I don't know. The Finless
Uh,
would Jared let him in?
The door is definitely closed.
I try to open the door.
Locked fast.
I knock on the door.
A familiar peephole opens.
It's
Yes?
us.
Jarrett, we need Fenless.
Yeah, we've only been here the last few days.
He's
Don't
had
do
an
this to me
hour
again.
of sleep.
If you open this door, the quick you can go back to sleep.
Fucking roll persuasion.
Anything that pertains to your manners, by the way, I'm not touching. That's your baby. So that's the reason. If anybody's watching this and wondering why I'm not, directing this part, I want to let the players control their own manner.
18.
Oh, fucking nice. He won't be happy. The fucking peephole slams closed. You hear the wood come across again. And then fucking 36 times and fucking door swings open. Wait here. And he goes up the stairs. Maybe 2 minutes later, Endless comes down. Again, you can see in general. Red silk robe. Rubbing
Nice
his
robe.
temples. So Gaines is here.
Hey. Mather wants you.
Who's stoned now?
No, this isn't. No one's stoned this time. But yes, Mather wants to speak with you.
I appreciate your concern, by the way, Finless.
Fuck. I go back up the stairs. Another 2 minutes. And I'm back downstairs in my normal clothes. Let's go see what Mather wants. I snap my fingers as we walk out, and Jarrett closes and locks the door.
Really embracing this king role now, aren't you? Really leaning into it now, huh?
Hey, power is good.
Power is good.
Are you enjoying the house? I don't know if
Power
you
is
were here
good.
for. I don't know if you were here for that, Gaines, but I gave Gaines and Nalia my old house. It's theirs,
Okay,
like
I was
clean
wondering why
deed.
I kept calling it Casa de Gaines.
Yeah, no, because I gave it to you. It's
Got
no
you.
longer Casa de Finless.
Chateau.
Yeah,
Was you giving it
Chateau.
to me while I was stoned?
No,
This is before
when I took
7.
over Hardwood,
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
left it to you guys, and then I was working on the house all day during the last session that you guys actually played.
Got you. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you, Finless. I appreciate it.
Literal least I could do. Let's see what Mather wants.
So, as you come up into the room, Endless, my boy, it's good to see that you're awake. You sleep for as long as you
Oh.
work, I suppose.
Hmm?
You're not gonna
You know-
respond?
You know what they say? Early bird gets the worm, second mouse gets the cheese. Ah,
Right. Well, there's good and bad. Would you prefer the good or the bad?
let's start with the bad.
Always start with the bad.
The bad is that you're going to have to go back to Duskmere.
Where is that?
Not specifically you, but to the rest of them. You know where Duskmere is. It's northeast of here.
Yeah.
I don't think Fenlis went on that adventure, so
No, he
He's-
didn't. But
I know
you
where
would
it is.
you would know where it's at.
It's one of the main sections of the.
Yeah, it's one of the 8 realms or one of the 8
Okay,
kingdoms.
so instead of where is that, go back?
All right. Well, for the rest of them to go back, the crypt. You'll need to take an adventure, and you also need to kill Ulrich.
Who?
Ulrich.
I believe he said the magic words.
Yes, that sounds fantastic.
So
He's this horny guy, Fenlis. You get along really well with him.
he is a great lay. No one's gonna make a comment at that.
Yeah, I heard
Okay.
him say it the first time.
Yeah, the first time I'm just like,
So
Each their own.
was a lover's spat mather.
He's like a
I-
horny wizard or something that's trying to kill us. I don't know what's wrong.
How do you? I have so many questions, my friend, but none that need to be answered right now. Why do we need to kill him?
Let me catch you up.
Please.
Ulrich is evil. He is
Oh.
currently working for the current king. And according to the book that I read, he also was working for the previous king as well. However, the previous king was not really evil, but had not the best intentions for the kingdom. The interesting thing is, according to Boof and to Mir, the king has a ring that is powerful, but also that he has the Visage of Twilight. Do you know what the Visage of Twilight is?
Would I know that?
Yes, you would.
What is
Considering your studies and everything else like that, you would know what the Visage of Twilight is. Add a character just in case if you didn't know the Visage of Twilight allows you to control time in a certain area. So you can cause it to be daylight for an extended period of time.
Ah.
Almost like what you would see at the first, or not the first, but at the Festival of Lights for Eldoria. You know, where the time stops and it's just day. for an
Everything's
extended-
slowed down.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Mather. So what's the bad news?
The bad news is that you're going to have to go into the crypts.
Oh, I thought that was the good news. What's the good news?
That you get to kill Ulrich.
Oh, fair.
Correct. However, something that you do need to know is that this could destabilize all of Duskmere.
I mean, it probably can't be worse than taking out the Forge at Emberfall. Whoever happened to have done that.
And
Wait,
at this point,
so you
he's
guys
going to go
done
for it
something like
again.
this before?
So, you mean instead of Emberfall, it Emberfell?
Oh,
And of
wow.
course, the joke doesn't stick again to anybody and nobody laughs. Then he goes back. So, There's something that's important about the crypts. It would be that there is potential. Something that could be able to help us assist with what's happening in Eldor's Keep and to make sure that it doesn't continue to spread out through the rest of the kingdom. As you know, with the longer that Eldor Keep stays in the state that it's in, the rest of the kingdoms will die. Ours included.
Mhm.
There are three things that are very important, and the problem is that I'm unsure how we can make it out. We, as in you, I'm definitely not going.
Hmm.
The glade will always need to be kept. One, I don't know how you make it out. You can try via plant, but I don't know if there's any living plants underneath. That would be good for travel. Two, potentially brute force. Again, however, I do not know if that would work. And three, it is said that there is the Tome of Dragons beneath the crypts. It has been stated that it requires great wisdom, but it is incredibly dangerous. There could be powerful vestiges. However, there is something else that could be very important, and that would be an ancient dragon. Do you know of any?
Only by legend.
There is one that is spoken of. I unfortunately have never seen it with my own eyes, but it goes by the name of Fanglor. It could be quite useful.
And Glor.
He is very majestic, very beautiful. It is said that he is one of the water element dragons. It is said that there is earth, fire. However, this is just myth. This may not be true. And I could be asking you to risk your life for absolutely nothing at all. This is your choice. But you do need to go and kill Ulrich.
Consider
Right.
it done.
Yeah.
Mather then looks at Eshrun and is like, why is he speaking?
He would see the want and crave to do this.
Still doesn't change the fact that he's like almost got a cocked eyebrow. Like, what did Ulrich do to you? You know,
Mather, so you're saying this Tome of Dragons, this could be the key, this could be one of the things to save Elder's Keep.
correct. Not just Eldor's Keep, but all of Eldoria.
So that's what we are being sent to get.
Well, there could be many and powerful artifacts down there. At least that's what the books
Also
say.
correct. You need to go to Duskmere and kill
Anything we
Ulrich.
find could help.
Anything additional that you go to the crypts to get is up to you.
Away we go.
And as far as Auric, I think we should get him outside of the Citadel. That place is heavily warded, and I feel like he's extremely powerful there.
Hmm.
There is something you should know about Ulrich. If you are looking to actually get him out of the Citadel, as you say, he does have certain meetings that he takes throughout the day. But more specifically, one thing that he likes to do every day, a little after noon, he will typically eat. He will go to a local area. It is a tavern inside the city. I do not know the name, but it is very close to the Citadel.
Would I know the name?
Gaines, you would instantly know this because the tavern being the closest to the Citadel.
What is it?
It's called Munchies.
Yeah.
Literally Munchies.
Munchies. You talking about Munchies?
I do believe that is the name. He will often have dinner dates there, lunch dates. I've ate there a time or two. The stew is delicious.
All right.
So do we want to catch him there, or do we have him come to the crib?
So Gaines, you would know with the distance between the Citadel and Munchies that he would have to leave the Citadel, go through the long tunnel that you guys have been through before, and then it would lead to he would make a left and continue a straight shot of about half a mile, and then Munchies would be to the right.
I know the place. I know the area very well.
Hmm.
Would you guys like me
where
to
do you
get something in paint and give it to you so you can have a visualization?
No, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
get what you're saying. I'm worried.
Okay, perfect.
Character, like, what's the plan?
Well, I just wanted to know if
Um,
you I didn't know if you would need actual visualization or if you were good.
So Gaines, where do you think would be the best place to try to attack Ulrich?
I think our best bet is while he's en route to or from Munchies.
Okay.
Understood.
So Ulrich, he's aware that we turned on him, right?
One would be led to assume.
Yeah, I guess we just kind of noped out of there. All right. Yeah.
We could try to lie our way out of it, though. There was no body to find.
Well, technically, we did do what he asked. Though.
Yes,
It's just a
true. I
little too
did
long.
actually kill who we asked. So
True. So the question is, do we try an ambush while he's en route, or do we try to convince him that we were just busy killing that dude?
Even though Cynthia is in the room, Cynthia, this may not be good news for you. I apologize for being so honest or so brutal. You could cut off his head and give it to him.
yes, we bring the head, have him meet him in the tunnel, have him lower his guard, and then we kill him.
I guess it has only been a day.
I think that's our best bet.
Eshrun looks at Mir like, what do you want me to do?
Can you retrieve the head?
I'm on it. And he goes and leaves immediately.
Man, it must be nice having a Kyle that's actually a player.
I look at Mir. I'm like, wait, so he's listening to you now? What?
Long story.
All right.
So I have 38 followers. You have 36 followers. And Mir just has the one.
Indeed, mine's bloodthirsty.
Fair enough.
You just tell him to pull the trigger. He's done. He's it's over.
Suddenly, my ball bearings aren't as cool. I pull out ball bearings. Mather just point, or fucking Mir just points. That one.
And then an angry paladin comes out of nowhere. Thunderous smite.
I can just hear fucking. Was it JR?
My God. He killed him.
Oh my God! Here comes Ashroom with a steel chair. Fucking Christ!
My God, he killed him.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, so Ashroom goes, doesn't even think about it, just off with the head.
Okay. Do you wrap it in like a blanket, a sheet?
Carry it on a pike.
At first, he walks away with just holding the hair, and then he realizes not a lot of people know him. He remembers the kid look from earlier. Of all the people, probably shouldn't walk around with somebody they know's head just kind of dangling there. So yeah, he takes a bit of like drapes or whatever and covers it up and walks it out.
Okay. Anything next?
I just walk back, wait for orders.
Okay.
Mir just nods at him as he enters the room.
Looks like we're off to Duskmire.
Yeah. We should prep or get everything we need.
So I can't help, by the way, earlier saying something about Ember Fall. What happened there?
Nothing.
That's quite a story, actually.
Yeah, it's not a story to tell at the moment.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but you should definitely have these guys tell you about it.
Are you from
Well, I hope
Emberfall?
Yes, I was raised there.
Then nothing definitely happened.
Yeah, it was a wonderful time, and we
Well,
left. And
then
nothing happened.
I guess my wish will never come true.
What's your wish?
Ever since I was a child, I always asked for a meteor to come from the sky and strike the town dead, even if it meant myself in it.
Oh. Well,
Fuck those people.
Somebody did.
We might have a bit to talk about on our way to the Citadel.
Now you have my attention.
Okay. Do you guys tell? I mean,
Ready.
because obviously Porkins knows the story, because he played it. Do you guys
Yeah,
tell
as-
Ishru the full story?
As we're walking, Mir's gonna kind of explain it to him, but it's gonna be in a very Mir way. You know, he doesn't know everybody's name, so it's just kind of like a overview, and then it's gonna be like, yeah, this one guy touched the wall. He fucking...
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even remember what the character's name was that touched the wall anymore.
Ezekiel.
Oh yeah, all right, that's fair.
Yeah, but you know, Mir doesn't. He calls everybody what they look like. So it's gonna be like, yeah, this Tifu touched the wall.
This dumb motherfucker tried to
turned
sing
into-
a song at
He
it.
sung a song at it and told him don't do that shit.
Is he retarded?
I thought so.
We think he might be.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Mir specifically mentions
Son of a bitch. Why would you
Yup.
attack it?
No, I'm on your side, boss. That's stupid.
Yup. Yeah, he attacked this thing. Then, like, at the end, he went, touched this wall that was glowing, and turned into dust.
That's a sad existence. You always want to go out in a place of glory.
Yeah, we had just met the guy, too. It was probably like one day.
Huh. Not long for this world, I guess.
It happened.
Weak, pathetic fool.
you got this man talking trash about his own brother, dude. How dare you? How dare you?
I don't know that, though.
Technically, even he doesn't, though. Like, he doesn't even know he has a brother. So,
Oh man. Anyways, though, so
well, had.
yeah, you make your way up to the tree, and Mather being there with you guys, he then takes the staff and does the trick that he's done several times before, where you see that it's a doom 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 several times on the side, and at that point, you see that the tree opens up, and it's back at the same tree that you'd seen before at Duskmere. That's very close to the Citadel.
All right. We've done this before.
Yeah, we know the drill.
This is new for me.
Is it?
Tree portal?
Oh no, tree portal. I thought we were
Oh.
talking about Duskmere in general.
It kind of looks like Emberfall. Buckle up.
Keep track of your pockets.
Gainsborough, are you going to say anything?
It didn't do anything last time. I'm not saying shit.
Okay. No, I didn't know if you were going to tell him, be careful of yourself, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I tried that the last time with this group. It didn't work out.
Oh, well, that's fair. Yeah, that is fair. That is actually very fair.
We only did shit in the tunnel.
We we stuck our noses where they didn't belong.
We were good in the city.
That's true.
All right. You guys are now inside Duskmere. Portal closes behind you. You see you see Mather waving as the portal closes, and he goes on his merry way. As this happens, you realize you can see the sun is directly up now at the point of it being like noon, close to 1-ish in the afternoon. At this time, down towards as you guys make your way down the spire and then towards the tunnel, you see the best guard ever,
Hey,
and he's standing there, leaned up against the wall, and he's just kind of relaxing, doing his thing. You continue to make your way down the tunnel and see that he's not really paying too much attention, and you guys can get a good look at the Citadel from here without going too far down. What do you do?
Since y'all have been here before, I'll follow your lead.
so I mean, if we should either sit and watch to see if the horny one leaves his citadel, or
Did Mather give us a time?
he said around lunch, right?
Yeah,
And what
Which
time
like
is it?
now.
it's like around 1 in the afternoon.
So we missed it for today.
Or we could ask the guard if he's seen him.
That's a good idea. We could ask the best guard ever.
Yeah, let's do that. Maybe we could, if he's already in there, we could catch him on his way out or something.
Yeah.
Or we could send Finless in. He's never seen Finless. We give him a
Never seen me
description.
either, but yeah.
Oh, he has seen you, hasn't he?
Invisibility.
Didn't he look into your soul or some shit? Didn't he?
Oh, Fenless wasn't there. Oh, wait.
Oh,
I'm
Orc
talking about
has.
Mir.
Yeah,
Yeah, Orc
Ulrich.
No, I
has.
meant
The guard hasn't.
we can send Finless.
Oh,
into
to talk to Orc?
No, send Finless in to talk, or send Finless into Munchies to see if
True,
Ulrich is in there.
true. But, I mean, yeah, I guess just look for the horniest guy in there.
I mean, yeah, he'll probably try and fuck you.
Do you think
Okay,
he'd know him
I
from
could,
our memories?
Oh, yeah, he might, actually.
He has to touch you though.
But he like I
Yeah, but he
showed him
saw him
everything.
in our memories. Yeah. Damn, yeah. Sweet.
You could use your cloak of invisibility.
Yeah.
True.
I'll tell you what. Let's talk to the guard first. See what he has to say. Last case or worst case scenario, I can sneak in.
Okay.
Okay. You're sneaking into Munchies or a Citadel?
First we're gonna go talk to the best guard ever and see if he has seen Ulrich pass through the tunnel.
Okay. You're leading the way, correct?
Yeah, I guess I would have taken point since I'm from here.
Okay. Sorry, I've been trying to blow my nose this entire time, so I've been not able
Oh,
to
you're
fully
good.
listen. So give me
We've
one
been
second.
trying to
Just
figure out what
need
we
to
want
Yeah,
to do.
don't worry, we're making the worst plan ever. So.
Okay. You make your way up, and he is currently standing up against a wall, leaning his back, and then you see that he starts to move. He doesn't even notice that you're there at first, and he gets to the corner, and he starts shimmying his back against the corner of the tunnel to scratch his back. Oh, that's good. That is good.
Hey, best guard ever?
Oh, best God ever.
Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
How long have you been at your post today?
What time?
Like, when did your shift start?
No, what time?
What time did your shift start?
It's about 1 in the afternoon.
Oh. Me come 10.
10 times in one day. Impressive.
I'm gonna describe Alric to him. You seen a character that fits that description come through here? Probably about an hour ago, maybe.
You talk Daddy Ulrich?
Daddy Orc.
Oh no.
Yep.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Daddy Ulrich come soon.
He's not been through here yet?
He shakes his head no.
You don't know how great of a guard you are, my man.
Me, best God ever.
And I'm gonna hand him a gold piece.
He takes it, tries to sniff it.
For your trouble, friend.
Me no need.
Everybody needs gold.
Me need food. Bird.
Take
I
that
give him a
gold and I'll
berry.
buy you some.
He takes the berry in his hand and you hear, oh, I can't do it right now because my throat's messed up, but you hear the bird call. And then suddenly the little yellow bird that he's always hanging out with comes down and takes the good berry out of his hand and rests upon his shoulder, begins eating it. Think. And he pets Finless on the head. And he goes to walk away and sits down at his little post.
I'm gonna go back to the group. So Alric's not been through yet, but our friend here says that he'll be here soon.
All right, so everybody get ready.
So I guess we need to take positions in. Well, first we need to clear the tunnel, make sure nothing's in there.
Do we have
All
time
right.
for that?
I mean, we could do a quick pass, right?
I
Yeah.
think we're gonna have to make time for that.
Yeah, and the first thing we want to do is convince him we're still like we were just still fulfilling his job, right?
In that case, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. So maybe we try to get to the other side of the tunnel, catch him going in, try to like accompany him maybe.
Be close to the citadel.
Well, yeah, what if we
He gets back inside, he's too powerful.
so you want to meet him in the tunnel?
Ideally.
All right, we can just go clear the tunnel and wait somewhere in the middle.
Sounds good to me.
But when he comes in, maybe we have to play it off like we weren't just waiting there.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this our plan?
It's as good as any.
All right. Through the tunnel then.
Gaines is gonna put his hood up and he disappears from sight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mir does the same. He steps into the shadows.
Okay,
disappears.
you two could just go clear the tunnel. Just let us know.
Both of you do me a favor. Do a stealth check for me. But then after you do that, then I need you to roll just a d20, both of you.
So a stealth check and then a d20.
Yeah.
Okay. Got 12. Do we get advantage since we're invisible?
No, just a d20 is fine. You guys are
14 and 10.
You literally just needed to not that one a stealth check because
All
you're
right, I rolled a 16 on the d20.
I got a 10.
You guys can see that the areas and the tunnels to the side, the extra areas have already been cleared out. They're just completely empty, and once where Varus of the Thorn's Fist and Rurik and the other unnamed individual were dead, they're no longer there as well. So the tunnels are completely cleared out.
I'm gonna keep my invisibility, but I'm gonna walk out to where the rest of the group is and just be like, it's clear, and then I'm gonna head back into the tunnel and find a position.
So who has the head right now?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, let's maybe we just go to the kind of midway point.
Done.
It's probably close to where we first met you, huh?
More than likely.
All right, we go there and wait.
Okay. As you begin to step out, you see, or as you guys are starting to hide, you see that Ulrich, soon about 30 minutes or so later, comes out of the citadel. He's laughing, having a giddy time, and he is being flirtatious with the individual that's with him. You see that the best guard ever, you guys know him as, walks up, and then he takes his hand, Ulrich that is, and puts it underneath his chin and scratches the best guard ever's chin as if he's like a dog. Um, and then you see the bird now sitting on his shoulder. Ulrich then begins yelling at him. I told you, darling, you need to get rid of the bird. You hear that just plain enough because he's so loudly speaking, but you can see that he's being demanding. He then continues on through the tunnel, and he's making his way to you guys. Do you take a moment to attack yet?
I'm waiting for Esrun to do his thing with the head.
Yeah. No, I would say me and 186. We're the only ones. Oh, and Fenless. We
Has he walked past me yet?
He has not walked past any of you yet. He's on his way to you guys.
then Fenless wasn't there, so
What are we
I'd
doing
say
with the
maybe
head?
Fenless stay hidden. I believe we're going to try to like get his guard down in case there was any suspicions that that we had already turned on him.
Esrin takes the head and unwraps it and is holding it by the hair. And he starts walking up towards Ulrich,
I follow him.
staring him dead in the eye and not losing eye contact. Straight anger in his face.
But we time it so that, he can just see us walking, but also that like it's not like we walk out of the tunnel. Like we want him
Yeah, agreed.
decently in.
Yeah, Mir is like invisible and ready to shoot, like as if anything happened.
Yep. Same. Gaines is invisible, got both his daggers drawn.
Okay. What do you guys say? What do you guys do?
Esrim doesn't say anything. He just tosses the head right at Ulrich's feet and lets Booth talk, but does not break eye contact.
Ulrich.
Oh my. Hello, Boof.
Hello. Lucky for us to bump into you here.
I would
Right.
say so.
Point at the head.
Right. He then kicks the head with his foot a little bit just to check the face to see that it's Aravan. Traitorous
This is
little
who-
one.
This is who you wanted, right?
Quite. Would you like to join me for dinner?
Yeah, I haven't eaten for a spell.
And what about you, edgy one?
Just nods.
Right. Okay. You now then begin to make your way towards Munchies. And upon getting there, he looks at the person behind the bar. It'll be the usual, love. They're already working on his order. The
Wait,
individual.
I didn't think we'd get to munchies already.
I mean, well, you guys said that you're going to join him for food, so
Yeah, that was just bait to get him to start walking.
Oh, okay.
Am I wrong here? Anyone?
I mean, you guys didn't say anything, so
Yeah,
No,
I mean, I was
if he
waiting to
walked
shoot, but
past
if you
us,
guys
he would
want
have
to
been
play it,
killed.
yeah, no, that was just to get us to start walking together.
To get him closer to the ambush.
okay, gotcha. That's my bad for misunderstanding then. Okay.
That's okay.
As you guys begin to walk away, that is, you're making your way down the tunnel. You make your way about halfway down the tunnel's path.
yeah, pretty much as soon as they get to where Fedless is, I'm blasting him.
So, Boof, have you thought about spending the night?
Uh,
I'd make it worth your while.
looks around. There we go.
Once he gets within range of me, I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder and
Yeah.
cast inflict wounds. So
I'd say we are in range.
You're definitely within range, and as this is happening, where he's flirting with Boof, Finless, are you gonna do it or no?
oh yeah, no, 100%.
Okay.
Third level.
All right, go ahead. Roll for
So
me.
since he's, do I get like advantage or anything because he's talking to
Just
Boof or
roll damage.
Oh, just roll damage.
Yes, roll damage.
Oh, okay. There you go. 38 damage.
All right, 38.
Holy
And then
shit.
what's I need the damage for the initial Eldritch Blast as well.
12.
12. What about the first one?
The second one missed.
Okay, gotcha. Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think an 11 hits.
No, it doesn't. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as this is happening, you inflict wounds onto Ulrich. And as you touch his arm, well, hello. And and he gets hit with the inflict wounds as your hands begin to glow for a moment, and he can feel the pain as it instantly takes over. And as that's happening, the Eldritch Blast comes hitting from the side, and you hear him, oh, and takes damage. And that's where we're ending tonight's episode.
Nice.
We're about to get fucked up.
Wait, so does he have his like other person with him still?
Yes.
Oh man, I hope that doesn't turn out to be some like god.
I mean, we just pumped hella damage in him, though.
Yeah.
And
I
Esrun
mean-
hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, and
And-
Gainsborough's still invisible.
And the best guard ever just got scolded about his
True.
bird.
True.
I'm coming for that ass once we come back next session.
Yeah,
I'm jumping
so
about them
Oh,
shadows
he
with,
getting it.
with these
Esrun's
blades.
been waiting.
This is
His
so good.
one promise to joining the party was, "I'm gonna get that ass."
Well,
He probably would
Yeah,
have
but-
gave you that ass.
now you guys have it in more ways than one. Yeah. That's where we're gonna
Hell yeah.
end. So I'm gonna go ahead
Oh.
and stop the recording, and